Hey, what's up guys? Brownie here coming to you with some more AFK Journey, and today we're going to be hopping in a Dream Realm because I want to test out a hero that has been talked about a lot this season because they got a really interesting seasonal skill. And the hero is SATRANA. I bet you guys have thought about using her, but not a lot of people have her built up, and she's just one of those heroes in the Mauler faction that is not very high on the priority list, so she's not very common. However, I do have a Supreme Plus version. I really wanted her, so I built her up, and I'm kind of glad I did because this seasonal skill is pretty cool. It works against some of these bosses. I tried her against Skyclops yesterday, and I had some very interesting results, but there's a few things that the team needs before it could be successful. So if I get that figured out, I'll show you guys the video on that. But until we get Skyclops back, I'm not going to be able to test anything. Now, what we're going to do in this video is we're going to do a SATRANA run right now, and then we're going to go ahead and run a Corrin team because Corrin's the other one that has given me my best results alongside SATRANA's team. So the team that we're running is SATRANA, Thorn, Smokey, Odie, and Rainier. Odie has the Rainier buff, so he'll be safe. He could use a little bit of more survivability. Well, no, he doesn't actually ever need that. He never dies in these fights. Rainier's buff is always plenty for him. Now, SATRANA has a skill for herself that reduces the magic damage that she takes. Whoops, I didn't mean to take her out. But if we take a look here, her mythic weapon provides magic damage reduction, and she also provides this to another ally if there's two enemies on the battlefield. Since we only have one here in Dream Realm, she's not going to be providing Odie with any damage reduction, but it's not a problem because of the Rainier buff, obviously. Then we're going to be running Crescent Spell because, well, you'll see during the fight just how many of these orbs get thrown out. It's actually insane how quickly they form and get thrown. It's probably a ton of extra damage. I think it's what accounts for all the extra damage that this team is doing over the Corrin team that I have. But anyway, let's just go ahead and start this fight and see what happens. So there is a few things that could happen at the end of the fight. So the last like 20-ish seconds are always the scariest, and that's mainly because Thorin has died by that point, and SATRANA is starting to get focused by King Croaker. And a lot of times he might knock her down and follow up with a big hit from his staff, and that can be deadly to her. So we're going to hope that she survives and this run goes really well. So let's go ahead and see what happens here. The other thing that I like about this team is since she's a front row damage dealer, Odie or Smokey and Rainier are barely ever going to get any of the orbs thrown at them. They're mostly all just going to be on the front line, and they can deal with that damage no problem. It's Smokey and Rainier that have trouble dealing with those orbs, which is why the Merrily team is so dangerous to run and why she can die really early. But this run's going quite well for us, and we didn't break our record, but 3.143 is a very good damage number for us. So let's check out the damage report. And yeah, 550 million from her, 1.8 million from Odie. Solid damage. Now let's go ahead and do this same team, but let's replace SATRANA with Corrin and see how we do. Now, the reason I use Corrin is basically because of the reason I just mentioned while we were doing that last fight, is because where he does hop into the back row now and then, he's mostly a frontline damage dealer, so it's going to keep most of the orbs up here. Plus, Corrin provides a shield to Smokey when he gets low health, all that stuff. Any of your low health any of your low health teammates will get a shield from Corrin at some point usually. So the survivability that he provides is really good for your team. And if you don't have SATRANA, Corrin might be the best bet for you, and we'll see what happens here. See if we can't maybe beat the SATRANA's damage. I don't know. I haven't yet, but we'll see. So I think we're a little bit behind pace of the SATRANA team at the moment, but we'll see here in the last 27 seconds what happens. Odie and Smokey and Rainier are taking a few of those orbs because of him hopping back here. They aren't dying, so that's good. And Marilee would probably have died by now. And there goes Corin. He died at the last second. We didn't get near as much damage, like 130 million less. So yeah, Odie did way less damage. Corin did more than SATRANA did, but yeah, the damage difference is actually, I think it's in the artifact, honestly. We could run the Corin team again because we did use the magic damage team, or the magic damage artifact in that fight, and I only have one more attempt left, so we can go ahead and use evocation spell, because some people might say, well, why didn't you use evocation? And let's go ahead and do that and just make sure that SATRANA's team is actually my best option for this fight, because I haven't found a different team that's done more damage than her yet. So we'll see what happens here. Now the evocation spell, I don't know if it's actually going to do any extra damage for us or provide any extra damage for us, but we'll see. And I also don't know if SATRANA is going to be good in endless mode or these other modes that as I progress they get harder and harder. We'll have to find out then, but right now I'm on difficult mode and it's working amazing, as you guys could see. So alright, looking good. 25 seconds, we're at about 70%, and right around now is where Corin died last time. I think this next orb is where he died, and he survived this time, so that's good. Let's see if we can't push out a little more damage. And this one is actually, it's way worse than when this team used Crescent Spell. So Crescent Spell seemed to be the better artifact for both teams. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video, I guess. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And yeah, if you have SATRANA built up, give her a try. Maybe she'll increase your rank. I usually, with King Croaker, I'm usually not rank 6, and I'm definitely not, what's my district rank? I'm definitely not top 10 usually in Dream Realm for the district. Usually I am somewhere like just squeaking into the top 20, or I'm in top 30. So yeah, she has really boosted up my damage and I have enjoyed this. So yeah, go ahead, give this a shot if you want to. And yeah, that's going to be it for today. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.